Phenomenal.
It is indeed. It's a £9 price point on this one. That's if you're in the club. So of course make sure you are a member, and you've got your 2 stamps in there, because your every moment is a fresh beginning is 1 stamp. But of course if you wanted to, you could chop into that. But then of course you've got that huge stamp to the side of it with all that gorgeous floral content, and of course that tiger as well. But already a quarter of the stock has gone. This will give you a little feeling of IMALA. If you've not seen the brand before, you're going to really enjoy the rest of this ad, because we've got some amazing pieces. And we were talking about how they are a little bit different, and that's sometimes what we want, isn't it? Something
different. This is the whole sort of ethos, if you like, is it's myself and Tony Derrick. So you've got the quality of stamps by me, and of course the knowledge, but then you've got that quirky sort of edginess that I bring to the table. Absolutely phenomenal. Each individual stamp. We don't do reruns either.
That's true, yeah.
Once it's gone, it's gone. So this could possibly be the last chance that you see these stamps.
That's a good point. Actually, we forgot to mention that last time as well, didn't
exactly.
we?
So this is a great time to be able to cherry pick your favourites, or invite other crafters into the IMALA artisan family.
Very much so. And now, of course, we were talking about a fabulous pairing there. Well, lovely Tony has been involved with this gorgeous glitz and glamour set of embossing powders brought to us by Wow. Another name that we love within the craft industry.
It's a key brand. It really is. But just look at them colours. I mean, that Malibu.
It's beautiful.
Absolutely
beautiful blue.
Exquisite. Not only is it iridescent, beautiful, you're going to get gorgeous quality embossing, but what about this colour mixture? I mean, you've got the jade inside, which is, it's not transparent completely, it's still got a little bit of sort of opaque work on there, but it's still very glitzy. Mix it with the others as well to break it down.
That's a good point, actually.
But look at this copper.
That is beautiful colour.
Delicious, absolutely incredible.
Now you're getting all 3 of those for just £9.89, and a little really does go a long way with your Wow embossing powder. So if you fancy getting hold of that gorgeous trio called Glitz and Glamour, then 911842 is that all important item number. Now we're going to work our way through the stamps.
Yes.
We were incredibly busy for lots of these, so I will point out the ones that we were busy at 7 a.m. this morning. Yeah, we're going to have a closer look at some of them that we didn't have a proper look at last time. Now the first one that we've got, this is brilliant, because I think this is just a different twist with regards to music interests, but equally so. I love the sentiment on this one. It's kind of like a sentiment for life, really, isn't it?
It is. And as well, fabulous for masculine cards. So much you can do with this, but it's the sketchiness, it's the feeling, the movement you get with this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn it around so you can see the actual size. Now look at that.
That is a good size stamp.
Isn't it beautiful? And look how it's stamped. Crisp, perfect every single time. So let me just show you a couple of little samples I've got here. Real mix and match. I've got this one by Carley, absolutely beautiful.
Love that music score.
Gorgeous, isn't it? Now this is mixed in with London. This is watercolour as well. This is one that I've done with a little bit of additional work over the top. Then again, look, your inky detail, and just have it like a silhouette in the sky.
That looks fabulous, doesn't it?
Mix it up. Now this is a mixture of You Go Girl and Urban Romance, but see how you can build it up and make it a complete scene.
It's almost like a comic strip look, that one. I love it. Absolutely brilliant, very effective. And incidentally, we saw a fabulous demonstration in the last hour using the which one was it called now? The building one. What was it called? That one?
Urban Romance.
Urban Romance, that's it. So and that was working with that one, as we saw with the finished sample there. So do go back and watch that show. Don't go at the moment though, because we've got lots more to share with you. Now the next one that we've got for you, this is a brilliant set. This one is called Be Brave, and this was incredibly busy in the last hour. We didn't even get to demonstrate it.
It's your key essential one. It's going to be my first demonstration, to be honest. I think it's the best way.
That's probably a good idea, to be fair.
So not only do you get that most incredible, beautiful dragonfly, you also get your 3 different sentiments in there. So you've got Be Brave, with brave wings she flies, and of course let your dreams be your wings. And it's the actual size. Look at the size that you are getting.
It's really big.
It's phenomenal. I mean, for the size of that dragonfly, if you are only thinking about investing today in one IMALA stamp, this is the one I suggest you buy, because it's so versatile.
Yeah, and if you can stretch to those gorgeous glittery embossing powders, even more so, because it looks even more incredible when you're actually teaming it up with that sparkle.
So now every single image that we have add the wings in, create that fairy-esque sort of style. But not only that, you can very easily just stamp it, then use your own techniques. Absolutely beautiful, isn't it?
It's a very popular set, this particular one. Every one of these finished samples, just showing you how versatile it is as well. So £13.49, club member price. It's so clever. I love the addition of the wings going on to other characters as well. Just brilliant.
Exactly. It just makes it a whole new sort of style. And this is what you can do. Every single one of my stamps will work perfectly with each other, whether it's a background or a foreground or a main key image. 973-423 if you fancy getting hold of those. Now, Victoria had her limelight in the last hour. We had a fabulous demonstration. This is the one that was featuring the urban romance that I was talking about a few moments ago. And this is why half the stock has gone of this one, because when we saw that demonstration, it went absolutely crazy. The card's
you got the finished stamp for that?
Yeah, there
you go.
Absolutely beautiful. So you've got Victoria. I'm going to turn her around so you can see the size. You've got Spice Up Your Life and Time to Shine with this. It's a absolute incredible stamp. It's very powerful. Yeah. It's really like sort of, you know, go girl power. Do you know what I mean? It's just got that absolute strength, but it's trendy, it's fresh, and it's unique. So here is the card that Haley was on about.
I do urge you to go back and watch the demonstration, because it was a clever use of masks, but it's a technique that you could transfer over onto pretty much any of the designs that we've got here.
Absolutely. So now, you know them dragonfly wings earlier? Let's pop them on Victoria.
Oh, lovely. Nice idea.
Yeah, see how it can mix. Maybe you was lucky enough to invest in my London stamp that you can't get for love nor money anymore. This is brilliant. So it works gorgeously with that. But stands alone, look at it, if you want something clean and fresh.
Yeah, looks good.
Absolutely beautiful. And why not mix it up? Let's have fun with it.
Exactly. And having fun for £13.49 doesn't happen very often. So 051495 if you fancy getting hold of your own Victoria stamp set, as lots of you are doing so. Now, talking about trendy and very much to the point designs, this next one is absolutely bang on trend at the moment.
Isn't it? So this is Be Unique, an incredible, beautiful stamp. It's got that 70s movement sort of style, you know, and there's a lot of exaggeration you could do on the hair, like if you watched this morning, how I showed you how you can do that. It's incredible. Again, I've used wings on her as well. Now, that sample that you're seeing right now, that was featured in last month's Creative Stamping magazine.
Oh, wow.
So, you know, maybe you see that and thought, oh, so now you can have a look at it a bit closer. Absolutely beautiful. And here is just a few ideas. So I've exaggerated the hair out again.
Clever use.
Really simple.
Clever use of colour, this one.
I'd give her a share do.
Yeah, I love it.
Then, how about making your own little mini band?
This is brilliant, because it does look like she's got a backing band.
She's got backing singers, exactly. But this is such a simple and easy technique, and if I do get time, I'll show you how to do that.
Oh, fabulous. Well, we will try and make time for that then. So the details are on your screen, 043158 if you fancy getting hold of that one. Now, one of the stamp sets that we saw in action again during the demos in the last hour was the next one that we're looking at, and this one is brilliant. You rock, girl.
Yeah, definitely. Not only have you got that iconic dolly, now this is what I call my females that run within all of my collection. So you've got that beautiful dolly that is very, very adaptable. You've got Girl Boss, You Rock, Make Some Noise and Have a Fantastic Day.
That Make Some Noise would work with the trumpeter we saw earlier.
Exactly. But look how she stamps.
Beautiful.
Perfection.
And this is a really clever stamp, because again, as I mentioned earlier on, your hairline is your stamp. You decide the hairstyle beyond that. So,
of course.
Again, a demo from the 7 a.m. show on your screen at the moment, but there's loads of different variations, because if you don't extend the hair, it looks like she's almost got an updo, really. Yeah.
Exactly. So you can go sort of quite sort of translucent with that. You can change it slightly. I mean, look how it takes on board whatever style you put with it. If you want to go more clean and simple, super adaptable, but let me show you my adaptations. So again, here's one.
Nice.
See how she's totally different style.
Yeah, bright blonde, totally different.
Totally different. And it's so easy to adapt and change just by adding colour.
And the background from that last finished sample, we did see put in the demonstration last night, which I love that demonstration. A simple one, but very, very effective.
Isn't it?
Yeah, I love it. So 685447. Now, the next stamp set for you is called Urban Romance. And this is brilliant because when I first looked at it, I thought, okay, yeah.
But it's so adaptable.
But when you see the use of it, and then that demonstration blew my mind.
Thank you, thank you. So not only is this an incredible stamp, this can be either a background stamp, this can be standalone, new home. You can make it quite gothic-y, quite Halloween-y.
Yeah,
it could be Christmassy, it could be snowing.
True.
So it's super, super adaptable. But look how it stamps.
Wow.
It's so
There's a lot of detail in there when you look at that, that image.
It really is. And this is what IMALA's about. We've created all the artwork. So what you get to do is your own fantastic techniques.
Nice idea.
This is lovely as well to stamp through apertures, just to create maybe windows as well. Use it as a background, highlight them points. Use your apertures. I mean, look at that.
That is clever. I like that.
It's really, really simple. But then, of course, you can do traditional colouring in.
Do you know what? This almost looks like you could be, I don't know, in Greece or something like that with the cherry blossom.
Exactly. So depending on the flowers, depending on your background scenes, if you want to do ombre artwork, I mean, as well, that is so lush when you emboss it in white.
Love it. It's a very popular one, that one. £13.49, 254502. Now, the next one I do, this is another one that we saw being demoed in the last hour, a very popular one as well.
Yes.
Classic style that, it's never going to go out of fashion, this one. And a clever design, the way it comes together.
Thank you. So this is I Do. Now, absolutely incredible. If you've got a wedding on the horizon this year, beautiful, perfect stamp. My inspiration for this was Doris Day. And it's just that whole sort of, I am such an old romantic. You know, that 50s movie where, of course, they're going to go off in the sunset together and everything's going to work out.
I was saying about it's a bit like that Fade to Black scene at the end of the movie,
and you're like,
when the little kind of heart appears.
Exactly, absolutely perfect. So here's just a couple of samples that you can use with this, and you do get two different sentiments in this. You get Hello Darling, absolutely gorgeous, or trim it down.
I like that.
Trim it down.
I think that's a really effective look.
Exactly, just use it slightly different. This is one that I created earlier.
Yes, and that was another fabulous demo.
With your stencils in the background, or you can just do your traditional colouring. It's entirely up to you, but having that beautiful artwork is so simple.
Gets you started.
You could put that netting over the veil, couldn't you? You could really go to town with it.
Getting brilliant price on that one, 124417 if you wanted to get hold of that one. The next stamp for you is one stamp. It's a big stamp, perfect for your background, and and absolutely incredible. Now, we have got a pick and mix, or we've got a bundle with this one in as well.
Yeah, a pick and mix called Jumbled Duff. And we will be showing you that in just a second.
But if you want the stamp by itself, the details are popping up on your screen there. So 998154 if you're wanting this one. £13.49. Again, a very useful stamp.
Definitely. Great for mixed media, great for masculine cards. Absolutely beautiful. But look how it stamps.
Nice.
It's so crisp and perfect. And of course, you can accentuate certain letters, highlighting them, bringing colour. And then, of course, you can add words going from that letter as well. So let me show you a few samples. Here's one that I've used mixed in with Be Unique.
Lovely.
How fab is she?
I love it.
With that background, it just
doesn't look amazing. Brilliant stamp. It was very popular in the last hour and continues to do so. Don't know what happened to the teeth.
Don't worry, I know exactly what you're on about, darling. So again, I've been doing a bit of mixed media, a bit of journal work. It's fabulous as a background.
I love it.
It really is. Get them fresh, bright, vibrant colours in and just make something unique.
Absolutely. So if you fancy that one is jumbled up. We're taking ourselves off on a little trip with our roller skates in the next one. And this, when I say a little trip, they are big roller skates.
They are big roller skates.
A good fun project with this particular set, and as you can see, free spirit and just roll with it. Brilliant sentiments.
Yeah, exactly. And look at the size of this pair of skates. Absolutely phenomenal. So because of this, you can go down roller disco, you can go down sort of that retro feel. There is so much you can do with this, but it stamps an absolute dream. You can also do the lacing up as well. Just go back in, lace it. I mean, here's the similar technique to what I did earlier with the background.
Very
It's
effective.
so lush, isn't it?
I love it. So if you fancy getting hold of this one, again, a brilliant price there, 584706. Lots of different variations using the same stamp set, showing you just how versatile it is. Now, the next set was a very popular one in the 7 a.m. hour, and this one, I just love this. You're just wondering what they're shouting out as they've got their arms in the air.
Hello!
It's a brilliant stamp set. Lots of stamps in this one. One of my favourites is the hands holding the seedling.
It's beautiful, isn't it? So let me turn this round. You get your sentiments in there. So you have got adventure is out there, plant your dreams, and I want to make memories all over the world.
Beautiful.
So of course, them hands, it's just exceptional. You can put anything in them hands,
Really
trim
good
it
point,
away,
yeah.
or mask it off. You've got the car that can be separate, and then of course the people, they can either be on a ride, for instance.
Yeah.
They could be as a crowd.
You could almost draw in a rope that they're all hanging.
Yeah, they could be, yeah, on
Hang
a proper
on in there.
adventure. Exactly, absolutely gorgeous. But let me just show you a few
Couple of
key
finished samples with these ones, just to reiterate what an amazing stamp it is. Now, the details are on your screen, so 546869. It's a brilliant stamp set with lots of versatility, and will work with many of the other stamp sets that you have got as well. So, of course, you saw the fabulous buildings earlier on. You could be utilising it alongside that one. Oh, I love this one. And
With
this
the car. This is
a
by
brilliant
Carley.
one.
So she's taken the car away, and she's used one of the previous stamps, which is London.
Love it.
It just works a dream.
It certainly does. So there you go. If you fancy going on an adventure, that is the perfect stamp set for you to do so. And then the last one, this is a beautiful stamp set, and this one is your sunflower.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a gorgeous image.
It's
this one.
exceptional. It's a huge sunflower bouquet, and it works in any direction. You've also got your two different sentiments, shine like a sunflower and just for you. But look how it stamps. It's
Beautiful.
perfect.
Absolutely gorgeous. Fabulous image if you're wanting to add your colours with your alcohol markers, your watercolour paints, and also if you want to use it not only for making and selling but also fundraising, because of course you don't mind people doing that, do you?
Not at all. As long as you're creating something you can make and sell
I love it.
much
Carley,
as you like.
thank you very much for an
you're
introduction to all of
welcome.
those. We're going to head down to the demo area. I'm going to show you the website because, of course, we touched on pick and mixes. Now, these are brilliant because you're going to choose your own selection. You're going to choose any 6. So with these, you've got all sorts of different choices. I'm not going to go through every single one of them, but if you jump onto the website, you will be able to see the choices under that first item number. So that one is your first pick and mix. So that one is called Jumbled Up, and there's all sorts in there. Now, the next pick and mix that you have got with regards to this one is very much floral based, and you'll find these just by literally choosing any one of those. You can see there, select your pick and mix, you'll go in that and you will pick out any of those 3 that are you're choosing. They've all got floral contents in there and all equally as beautiful as each other, so it's entirely which way you go for those different flowers, then you can do. There's a whole different combination, 2 different pick and mixes. Choose whatever you like, add them to your basket, and then rejoin us, because of course we're going to be concentrating on those different stamp sets that we've just introduced you to, and we are going to be looking at the demo of the dragonfly.
We need to do the dragonfly. I'm never going to get it done. So here we go. Now, like I said, if you haven't invested in IMALA before and you're thinking, oh, I like this, a bit quirky, a bit different, a bit edgy, isn't it? Great as well if you want to incorporate your children, daughters, granddaughters into crafting. And maybe they haven't found their niche in crafting. This is a great way because it is quite fresh and different.
I love it. What was the update on this one? Sorry. 40% of the stock. It's the first time we've seen it demonstrated, so I know we're going to get busy as soon as we start seeing it in action.
So I've already created a background. This is one of the most simplest backgrounds ever. If you've never seen this technique, there is a video from last week on my lives, of my Facebook lives, and basically I use my lid a lot. Really simple. I put water around my lid, and then of course I put colour on top and then flick over the top of that. But it's a nice way of being able to almost, especially if you've got smaller stamps and characters, because they need a stage to sit on. Otherwise they look a bit floaty. So you need to get that right first of all. So I'm going straight on, and what I'm going to do is take this incredible stamp and I'm just going to offset it to the side. I'm going to grab my sentiment. Let's have a look. I think I'm going to go with this. And I'm just going to pull that in. So can you see I'm going across the circle, but it's still encapsulated in, so you'll still get that feel as it flows. Pick them up, and of course you can use a smaller platform if you prefer, but for me personally the Eureka does everything I need.
Popular tool.
So I'm just going to add my black ink clean on top. Now, my favourite type of ink is an all-purpose ink, so it's a hybrid ink that will go on everything and it will dry very quickly.
Fair enough.
If you do get anything on it, obviously you can just wipe it off.
Good point.
It's absolutely brilliant. So I'm just going to pour this straight over. A little bit of fingertip dancing on the top. You can use a brayer.
Okay.
If you struggle to put the pressure on, it works really well. Or you can get, have you seen one of them hot spotters?
Yeah.
They work really
Nikki
well.
was using one of those from Heartfelt Creations.
Oh yeah, they're cool, aren't they?
Yeah, clever idea.
They are, I really like those. So now already,
That's coming together a dream.
how crisp and gorgeous is
That's
that?
lovely.
So that's going to be my first layer of stamping. So on top of that, I've already previously stamped out some wings and I've just cut them away from the cardstock. Then I've grabbed some pink vellum.
Okay.
And basically I've cut round the wings and made multiple layers.
Oh, right. Okay, right.
Okay, lots of foam in there. I do love a bit of foam. And then we are just going to pop this straight back on to our image to build up these beautiful wings. So I'm going straight on, and obviously it doesn't have to be exact because we're doing it quite arty. We're being a bit, a bit off the cuff.
Yeah,
Why
no,
not?
that's you're kind of giving yourself the opportunity and the permission, I suppose, not to make everything absolutely perfect.
I don't like putting pressure on myself because if I expect something, that's how I expect it to be. And I don't want my artisans at home to feel like that either.
That's good ethic
so this is a little sneaky peek, my friends.
Oh, now we must tell you about these because can you believe it? We are coming up to the 4th birthday of IMALA. So later this month, we've got lots of fabulous things going on, and we're going to see something a little bit new.
We are. I'm going to be introducing now. Look at this. I've even got the box. Now, don't tell the boss if she's watching.
Ooh, okay. Oh, so it's not just a single pen you're going to get.
No, you get a box of 5.
Oh, we're going to love those.
But that's not till the end of the month.
Oh, tease. But there's going to be other things as well that you're bringing.
Of course, there's going to be new embossing folders and, of course, a whole new, brand new chapter.
Lovely.
So I'm just going to go in now with a little bit of my white gel pen. I'm just accentuating some of this design. And this is how easy it is. This is how you can make your artwork your style.
Just tracing out those little squiggles where you want them to be.
Squiggles, little hearts, just to give that little fresh bit of colour on there. Then I'm going to pull this straight up. I'm going to fold in the centre. And of course, because I've actually got my tail in there, I really don't need to add that much. So I'm just going to add, here we go, to the centre. There we go, and then I'm just going to pop it straight on.
Oh, that's very effective.
So now when I take this away, I'm going to have that beautiful 3D.
That is amazing.
Isn't it incredible? So now I'm just going to go back in. I've just got a Stamps by Me glitter.
Just adding a bit of sparkle.
Just a little sparkle.
Just to finish it off.
Just around the edge, just to give it them.
That's fabulous.
Few little highlights. But how simple and easy is that? Super creative, really different, really unique.
Beautiful.
And so darn pretty.
I love it. Absolutely love it. Thank you. I'm going to let you get ready for your next demonstration. I'm going to make you work this hour. Now, I'm going to tell you about the happy hour deal because it's been flying out, if you excuse the pun. So if you're wanting to get hold of your happy hour, then this is a deal that is for exactly that, an hour at a fabulous price. Now, nearly half of the stock has gone. You've got your fabulous tiger, as you can see. You've also got those gorgeous florals alongside and a fabulous sentiment there. Every moment is a fresh beginning. Really big stamp, loads of fabulous ideas of how you can utilise this, whether you're using it as a whole stamp, whether you're isolating certain areas, and of course it's one of those ones that change out the colours and you can change out the season with this one. Beautiful stamp, loads of different possibilities, but what an amazing price. You're looking at just £9. If you're wanting to get hold of this one, you've got 2 stamps within that set, but you have to be getting them before the top of the hour because the price will go up. If there's any stock left, then they will be at that higher price, but a deal like that, I can't Can't see it being here when we get to say goodbye to you. So details on your screen, 958505 if you are wanting that one. The embossing powders, you're busy for these ones as well. We're all loving a bit of sparkle, and you've got a trio here. Now this is where that fabulous kind of grouping of Wow, obviously manufacturing them, and Tony bringing these gorgeous colour palette together has worked its magic. So you've got your fabulous blue in there, as you can see, Malibu blue. You've also got your fabulous kind of green tones, those very soft green tones with your jade, and the last one you've got those fabulous coppery tones, as you can see there with Ingrid. £9.89 at 911 842 if you fancy getting hold of those. I'm very quickly going to go through some of those stamps as well while Carly's getting herself ready, and this one is Life is Better, and this is where you've got that fabulous sketchy image of that trumpeter, and this might be the one that we're seeing in the next demo. It is indeed, so there you go. If you fancy getting ahead of the game and getting yours, then the details are on your screen, 725810. A very, very kind of sketchy and a very ethereal kind of, it's got a lot of feeling behind it, this particular one. Do like it. 725810 if you fancy getting hold of that one. Now the dragonfly, we've seen just how beautiful it is. Absolutely incredible. A big stamp, this particular one, and some fabulous sentiments with these, as you can see. So I like the fact that that space around it has been filled up with some really good words. So 973423, just £13.49. Love the technique that we're sort of lifting the wings, but again, you can utilise it in loads and loads of different ways. And was this one in the magazine as well?
It was.
And that was the one we were just looking at, the finished sample, wasn't it? So the finished sample that you just saw a few moments ago of the dragonfly, that equally featured in the magazine feature as well. So you may well recognise it from your stamping magazines as well. So there you go. If you fancy getting hold of the stamp, then the details are there on your screen, 973423. Now, we've had a busy day full of deals, and we've actually got one that kicked off just before 7 a.m. this morning. And see if you can spot me. I'm in there somewhere. Hello there, good morning. Brand new day, brand new deal of the day, and this is a cracking deal. All the information that you need is up on the screen already, and we are looking at a fabulous pack of 12 by 12 pages. You've got 24 sheets, there are 8 designs, and you've got 3 repeats of each one of those designs, so plenty to use. And they are a beautiful palette of kind of greens and blues. We've got touches of grey in there, and also some nice neutral tones as well. So they're going to be perfect for any project you are planning. As you can see on the reverse of these, you have got a white background, but of course you can change that with your inks if you're wanting to. And because these are uncoated, these are fabulous papers for stamping on, potentially printing on, and maybe enhancing with more of your fabulous mediums. So if you want to go for these, they are a deal of the day. The price will go up in 24 hours, and it's not limited to one per customer. So if you fancy getting hold of yours, it'd be a good idea to do so as soon as you possibly can. Thirsty brush, salty leaves. So there you go. You can take advantage of that fabulous deal alongside your wonderful stamps that you're placing your order for during this hour. And of course, we're looking at a stamp set called Life is Better.
Yeah.
We'll actually see it in a few moments because it's appearing in one of those finished samples. But even better than that, we're going to see it created.
Yes.
There you go. That's the one with the trumpeter.
Let's make something.
Yeah. What are we going to do?
So I'm going to show you another different type of technique now, because this is what I want to show you. Is you can see what the imagery is, and you can already start thinking, oh, I could use it for this, use it for that. But I don't want you to sit at your desk and go, I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. So this is what I'm trying to show you, is loads of different techniques. So as soon as you get home, get your stamps at home, you can cherry pick and just enjoy yourself.
I love it. Okay.
So all I've done is I've made a patsy. If you don't know what a patsy is, basically I give everything names, and basically it's a mask. So you can see this one's very well used. Basically you just cut out, stamp it out, and then you just do, not fussy cutting, but you just cut around the imagery to give yourself a mask that will fit perfectly. You can use your acetate as well, because then that will become a wipeable surface. So you could do that as well. Yeah. But I always tend to make them out of paper. So all I'm going to do is take this first of all, and I'm just going to pop it down onto my cardstock, because on top of this, I'm then going to do some stenciling.
Fabulous.
Now, well done if you got my brushes.
Yes. Oh, I should have mentioned that.
They
The top of the
fall
hour.
out.
Well, yeah, we did say that we were going to try and get hold of them, but as you probably appreciate, I've not mentioned them since the last hour. We didn't manage to get hold of more stock, but keep an eye open. Maybe later in the month when you're back for the birthday
I'll be
event.
back on the 29th, and I'm hoping they'll be back in stock.
Fabulous.
There. So I'm going over. So I've got that patsy underneath. Then I'm just using some ink on my brush through that stencil. Then I'm just going over. So it doesn't matter because I know that my clear stamp image is going to be crisp white underneath. So I'm just going to move this down slightly.
And this is interesting as well because sometimes I've seen masks being used, but people stamping the image first. Is that just personal preference?
Yeah, it is personal preference. I like to be able to know that I can just go back in straight away and it'll be finished.
And also you need to know that the ink is dry.
Exactly.
If you stamp it and then go and put something on top, you might end up with a smudge on there.
Exactly.
So it's a good technique, actually.
So I'm just going to pop this on top now because I use my Eureka for everything, so it becomes my platform. So I'm just going to grab some ink and then I'm just going to almost give it an edge.
Lovely.
Really, really easy. Then what we're going to do is I'm going to go back in with my stamp. So I'll take off my mask in just a second. But I'm going to stamp in colour first.
Okay.
Okay, so let's pop this down.
Incidentally, this particular stamp set, 30% of the stock has, 40% of the stock has gone. So yeah, if you're wanting yours, yes, you better be quick.
Yeah.
My goodness, we have seen a spike with this one. It's always the case though, we see them demonstrated and we realise how
and then you want it. Of course it is. So all I've done now is exactly in that position. If I move my stamp, you can see my silhouette ready to go. I'm just going to pop my stamp straight back in. I'm going to pick it up and I'm just going to go on with some coloured ink first of all. Then we are very simply, I pop that there, just pop that down there like so. Then I'm just going to grab a wet brush.
Okay, all right.
I'm going to pick up a little bit of my ink and I'm going to pop it into the lid. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to distort the image. Now make sure nothing moves. That's the only key point. Nothing needs to move.
So you're going to stamp back on top in a minute.
With the detail.
I see, right.
Exactly.
Okay.
So just by adding that little bit of colour, it almost gives you that halo colour that sits perfectly behind.
Now, of course, as is the case in stamping, you need it to be dry if you're going back in again. So, yeah, if you're wanting to stamp the details that are on your screen, don't forget you can utilise it alongside many of the other things that we have seen that Carley's brought to us. Technique, not dissimilar to the one that we're working with, was done with the Urban Romance. So that's another one. This technique would be a perfect for you.
Yeah, exactly.
So do consider that one.
Yeah, you can do this technique with any of the stamps. So that's dry to touch now. You can usually tell because one side always starts curling.
Oh, okay. That's a good tip.
You just get to know these things. So now I'm not moving my stamp. I haven't moved it from my platform. I'm going on with black ink now. And we will reposition that.
Oh, this is when it's going to zing into life.
Straight back in. Remember, the beauty of the Eureka is if you haven't put enough ink in, you can go back as well and re-ink into a perfect position. But without that softness, it would almost be too stark. So let me show you where I'm going to go from here. So on top of this now, I'm going straight onto my Eureka.
It's such an effective design.
I'm going to have an aperture. I make loads of these. These are just pieces of random card that I have with apertures inside. Then all I'm going to do is my brush has not been cleaned. I'm just going to go on to add.
So it's kind of like that residue ink.
A little bit of a halo, of colour, just around there. I'm also going to go back in with some. This is white.
This is a good advertisement for thinking about where you cut your dies, because when you're actually cutting whatever you need in the middle, you're leaving an aperture that's going to be very useful.
And this is it. Apertures are so useful. So now I'm just going to go on top with a little bit of white ink, really simple.
Oh my goodness, half the stock has gone of this particular stamp. As I said, as soon as you see the ideas of how you can work with it, those kind of little light bulbs are coming on all over the place. Lots of you thinking, I'm going to go for this one, I'm going to recreate the elements that we're seeing Carley do with it. And it's just a fabulous stamp, not only for any music themed occasion, so somebody who's got an interest in music.
But if someone's in a brass band,
Yeah.
characters, if someone's maybe in a marching band.
Or if you've got sentiments that actually relate to playing a tune or a celebration. I mean, you can almost have confetti coming out of the trumpet if you wanted to.
I mean, you can have like a banner, happy birthday.
Yeah.
There's so much you could do with this.
Very effective.
So I'm just going to pick up that tiny bit of ink. There we go. Before it dries too much and then he looks like he's got a clown nose on.
I would say you couldn't do that again if you tried to get in that position.
It's always the way, isn't it? So super, super simple. Just dry that off. Then all I will do to finish this is I will do a quirky wibbly frame, matte and layers, and then of course just bring that white gel pen in.
Shall I just show you some other finished samples with this particular one, just while that's drying, and then it takes the pressure off it having to dry before our eyes. See, again, another fabulous technique utilising that. And I love the sketchy detail, but almost like the sketchy background with the inks, the way that they've just happened to sit. Or maybe you're going to be masking off an area and utilising a stamp in the background, just as we can see with this particular one here. So,
so
very effective.
The London, and also I've done the wet on wet technique where you do your pools of water and then obviously sort of impregnate them with colour if you like.
Absolutely. And it doesn't matter how you're building up that background or creating the scene. The fact that you've got that fabulous character in the foreground is a brilliant way for you to create something. And of course it does come with your music theme there. As you can see there, life is better with music. It's one of those things I think that we all do, isn't it? As soon as you get in the car or get home, you turn the music on, don't you? Have it in the background.
It's the radio's on, you know. Even, you know, it's funny because I took my daughter, I took her to see Florence and the Machines.
Oh, fabulous.
And she's never seen her before, and she was like, Mum, we're not dancing in the kitchen, because that's what we usually do.
Oh, fabulous. Was that her first gig?
No.
I was going to say, I imagine you've been taking her for quite some time.
She goes loads, absolutely. So now I'm just doing a wibbly frame. So try not to put pressure on yourself for it to be absolutely perfect. Okay. I tend to do one all the way round, and then I just simply go back and follow. So this is how you can create a really quirky, unique card. I mean, think about creating maybe bookmarks with this. And of course you can sell, so then it could go into box frames, things like that.
That's a good point, actually, because it is a fabulous piece of artwork, isn't it? I mean, that's what we're buying with every stamp, really, is artwork.
It is the artwork, because this is it. We all want to be artists, so why not? This gives you a unique experience of being able to create amazing artwork straight away. So I'm just going to grab my tape runner. Here we go. And then we will start matting. So I'm going straight onto some glitzy pink.
Oh, good choice.
Oh, it's lush, isn't it? And then underneath that, I'm going to go straight onto a piece of like muted craft.
Okay,
Now you maybe think, oh, really? Grey works really well as well. Sometimes black can be too harsh.
Yes.
So sometimes just adding it, bringing it down slightly. Just missed that bit. Hold on. There we go. And then I will go straight onto my card base. Simple, unique, easy, really beautiful.
But achievable.
Yeah, exactly. And for me, that is the most important thing.
Isn't that fabulous?
There we go.
Love it. Absolutely amazing. I love it. Now, of course, the main character there has come via that stamp set. Life is better. And it's an A5 stamp set. Your main character, as well as the sentiment, brilliant value for money. We're talking sale prices in this hour at £13.49 being your price. So that's the one that, if you're just in within the demonstration a few moments ago. So 725810, if you're wanting to take advantage, please do so. I'm going to have a very quick little recap. Just Carly's getting herself ready. We're making all those demonstrations in today. Now, this is a brilliant stamp set. We saw it being used in the 7 a.m. show, so you can go back and watch a demonstration with this one. And it's kind of like a timeless classic. You've got that very powerful image there, as you can see. Very sassy lady. The shades are on, the colour is up. She is ready for action. Now, it's no wonder that 60% of the stock has gone. Now, it's a brilliant size stamp, this particular one. And when you stamp it out just as it is, it's giving you the perfect platform ready for you to add your colour. I love this idea where you've got the foreground of the colour, but then just a black and white image in the background. Really clever effect. Or maybe you're going to do an effect where you're using kind of your colour washes. And the little wings, can you see from the dragonfly, have been added there. Now, I know I keep going on about the demonstrations in the 7 a.m. show, but that's where you'll see how this card came together. And this is utilising the Urban Romance either side there with a masked off area. Similar technique to the one that we just saw, but incredibly effective and very achievable. Or maybe you're going to be just using the image by itself and adding that colour. It's a really nice image for you to actually be adding your colour to as well. So certainly one that's definitely worth going for at that particular price anyway. So £13.49. Phenomenal value for money. 051495 if you fancy getting hold of that one. So moving along, Be Unique is another very popular stamp set. And this one you've got obviously your dancing character, as you can see. And then of course you've got the ability to add your sentiments. Clever stamp, this one. As is the case with many of the character stamps, you've kind of got the essence of the start of the hairstyle, but you decide where it goes from there. And the beauty is you've got some fabulous sentiments that are going to work alongside this one as well. So totally cool, being absolutely fabulous for this particular one. Brilliant as well for your teenager style cards as well. And then Be Unique. I think that's one of the best phrases really you can use on a project, isn't it? Just be yourself, be unique. 045185 if you fancy getting hold of that one. Again, if we're looking at girl power and kind of that strength of women, then this is a brilliant one for you. This is called You Rock Girl. And again, the hairline on this one, I mean, it looks fabulous just as it is. But because of the way that Carley has put this artwork together, it means that you can extend the hair to be however you want it to look. You've also got a fabulous background stamp there, as you can see. It makes some noise. And this is the one that I thought would work brilliantly in a similar scenario to this one with the trumpet player instead. But again, utilising the different elements of the stamp set to their best advantage. So 685447 if you're wanting to get hold of that particular one. Urban Romance is the next one, and this is the one with the building. And as I said, when I first looked at it, I was like, yeah, it's okay, it's building. It's okay, but it's the use and the use of it over and over again. I'm going to show you a few finished samples with this one because it is a key thing with this. This is the one that we saw just a few moments ago that I was talking about with that demo. So if you like the look of that, you'll need to get Victoria and this particular stamp, and then you can recreate this, and then you can use the stamp in so many ways. I mean, it looks fabulous just as a black and white image, to be honest, but add your colour, you're going to get some absolutely incredible results with it as well. So a really good stamp set, that one. And if you fancy getting hold of that one, £13.49. Last one I'm going to share with you before I head over and see Carley is I Do. And this is a lovely one. Lovely sketchy look to it. A timeless classic. Absolutely beautiful. That fabulous embrace. Perfect for weddings, as you can see. But I'm sure you'll use it for anniversaries and all sorts as well. Anywhere where you need to spread a little love. 124417 if you fancy getting hold of those. And again, some brilliant sentiments with that one as well. So while you're popping these goodies into your basket, don't forget you need to check your baskets out in a timely fashion. Please do not forget about that happy hour. Time is running out on that one. And please don't forget to put in your Doncaster tickets because we'd love to see you there. And this is how you can be there alongside us.
Tickets are on sale now for Crafting Live at Doncaster Racecourse on the 15th and 16th of July, featuring exclusive offers and competitions. Sign up to free make and takes, stock up on your crafty goodies from a vast range of exhibitors, and watch live guest demonstrations. We will also be broadcasting live, so join our audience and meet our presenters after the shows. Club members, order your tickets online to receive free entry. So, treat yourself or someone special to a great day out and book your tickets now at createandcraft.com and search for Crafting Live. We look forward to seeing you there.
We certainly do, and it's as easy as that. So do make sure you're getting those into your basket. Now, one of my favourite stamps that you've bought is the sunflowers. I'm glad that you're using this next.
Exquisite, absolutely beautiful. You've got all the foliage in there. It really packs a punch. It could be a bridal bouquet. It could be Harvest Festival. It could be summertime. There's so much that you can use this for. And of course, it could be a background. You can stamp through apertures. But I'm going to show you how to decoupage it today.
Oh, lovely. Okay.
So I'm just going to pick this up. And again, it is a huge detailed stamp. I use the Eureka because it is the best platform for that, I personally believe. I'm going to go straight on. I'm just using all-purpose ink.
It's a big stamp, isn't it? Yeah.
Huge. It's just how beautiful it is as well. So if you are doing multiple layering stamp, what I always suggest is you make sure you put more added pressure where your double layers over meet, because that is obviously going to give you a halo otherwise. So I'm just going to do it a little bit of stamping.
Oh, wow.
Perfection.
Voila.
Instantly.
That is beautiful.
So I've done exactly the same, but all I've done is I've slightly coloured. So this one, I've just used a little bit of alcohol markers. My next layer, I've taken very similar, just cut it away.
Stamped out a couple of bits,
And then my third layer. But this one I've slightly sculpted.
Okay.
You can see there, just to make it pop. So on this now, I'm going to do a couple of things. First things first is I'm just going to slightly add a little bit of vintage ink.
Wonderful.
Says,
Just to soften the edges.
Just to soften, yeah, because I'm going on quite a bright yellow and an orange and a brown and a white. So it all beautifully works together, but sometimes you just need that little soft space.
Yeah, sometimes the starkness of the white edge.
Yeah, so I'm just going to take that lightly off. And again, I'm using my IMALA brushes, so well done if you got them this morning.
Don't forget, they did sold out very, very quickly. We do struggle to keep them in stock. And we did try to get hold of more of the stock for this show. And of course, Carley's back at 2 o'clock as well. But sadly, all the stock that we had went during the 7 a.m. show this morning. It's gone. That's it, it's gone. But Carley is back on the 26th, did you say?
29th and 30th with our brilliant birthday, which is going to be so exciting.
Fingers crossed we will have them back. Can't guarantee it, but it'll be worth tuning in for anyway.
Definitely. So now I'm just going to bring my sentiment in really simple. Use your magnets to keep everything in position. Remember, if you are using the Eureka, you can still use your magnets on top as well. So now I'm just going to add that sentiment in. Really simple. A little bit of fingertip dancing.
I love that fingertip dancing.
It is though. It's so simple.
Isn't that lovely? Shine like a sunflower.
Exactly. So now I'm just going to pull this away. Going to go straight in onto my layers.
I think sunflowers that actually turn their faces.
They face
to
each
the
other.
sun.
Yeah, they turn their faces to the sun, and when they're cold of an evening, they face each other.
You must have been you that told me the story before. I knew it was an adorable story.
Isn't it the most gorgeous thing you've ever heard? I know. So already that looks
amazing. Yeah.
Let's take it to the next level.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do now is I put my foam on already, but I'm just going to cut slightly in, like every third set of petals.
Okay.
Just to create a bit of depth.
Okay.
So now I'm going to go in and sculpt.
Oh, right. Okay.
Really simple. You can use an embossing tool if you prefer, but I just think get your hands in.
Yeah,
it's
why
nice.
not?
Yeah. So again, I'm just going to layer this up, and what I do is the ones that I've cut apart for these other layers, I'll use these as additional little layers.
That's a really good point. Yeah.
Pop them in as tuck-ins, things like that. So don't waste anything. Nick, and I've got one of my favourite things on there. I love a Chinese lantern.
Oh,
do
nice.
you?
Yes, yeah.
Aren't they beautiful? So I'm just going to fit this straight back on to my project there, and you can see. So then I've cut in a lot more onto this one and really
pop a dimension.
Again, use your white gel pen as well, just to bring your highlights in. You can use it on all the petals. It just gives it texture and makes it look more realistic. So then I'm just going to marry it, or you can even twist it if you want.
Yeah, gives it a bit of fullness.
And create even more fullness. And I'm just going to pull that up.
That is lovely.
Look at that.
Isn't that fabulous? And I love that. And it's a very economical card to make, because there's no additional elements in there other than the cardstock, the colours that you'll have already, and the stamps, of course. Beautiful.
Exactly. So pretty and quick. It can be so quick.
Incredibly
as well.
£30.49. What a phenomenal price. So at 948901. My goodness, we've been so busy. Everything that Carley's touching, we're getting busier and busier with. Now, Jumbled Up is one that we're going to be having a look at next, I think. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm going to to tell you about it anyway. So Jumbled Up is the large stamp, which is a kind of like a background stamp. And this is a really clever one because you've got all your fabulous letters in there in jumbled up different fonts. They're all going in the same direction, which I like because sometimes I've seen them where they kind of go upside down and just play with my head a bit. So I like the way that we have got that as a uniformity. But what this means is you can pick out letters if you're wanting to as well, because you've got a whole wealth of different letters in there, and you could almost make like little anagrams of different words that you're wanting to use. But I think one of your favourite ways of using this will be exactly like you can see here on this card, utilising a fabulous background with different colours and then just coming in with a feature colour to add that detail, as you can see there. Absolutely brilliant, and it's a very useful stamp. Could be one that you're using in a steampunk environment with lots of kind of greys and maybe sepia tones. Look fabulous with the kind of like your gears and your cogs, your pocket watches and things like that on there. So I think this is going to be one that's incredibly useful within your stash. 998154. Equally so, you could use it with your pretty flowers and it'd look amazing. Gives you that kind of grungy feel though. What else have we got for you? Well, the roller boots, and these are brilliant, evoking lots of memories, I am sure. And these are fabulous. Oh my goodness. Now we've got so many different variations of using these in lots and lots of different ways. I just remember the bruises. Oh my goodness, I bruised like a peach. You've got loads of different colours, again utilising the different backgrounds from the different stamps that we've got. Having fun, giving it a quite grungy look, or maybe you want to give it more of a cartoony look using things like your alcohol markers, or maybe you are going to be down at that roller disco strutting your stuff and wanting a little bit of glitter along the way as well. So there you go, fabulous stamp set, that particular one. Roll with it, free spirit, and just roll with it being the sentiments on that one, which are perfect. Then your adventure, I love this one. I just think the versatility from this one is amazing. Within your stamp set you've got a variety of different stamps. So you've got the little hands, as you can see. I think that's a really useful stamp because you could mask that off. Carly's shown us how to do mask, and you could have it holding a heart, a butterfly, a flower, anything you want, to be honest. So a brilliant little stamp. The car, again, you've got the family there reaching for the stars with their arms outstretched. But what about masking off the car and creating almost like a crowd effect if you wanted to, or equally using the car by itself? Brilliant stamp. It looks amazing just stamped out and used as it is, or maybe you're going to be creating different scenes throughout the seasons. I mean, it'd be a brilliant one to kind of take the characters out and maybe put a Christmas tree on the roof or something like that. Utilise it with other stamps that I'm sure you will have from Carly's collection, but really lovely design, as you can see. So if you fancy that one, pop it into your basket. 546869. But we can't leave without having another look at that sunflower that we just saw demonstrated. You're loving this particular one. Brilliant value for money. And this one, you've got your 3 stamps, £14.99. We're not going to have time for another demo, unfortunately, I don't think. Well, we might try. I'll quickly show you. Oh, we might do. We've got 5 minutes left. So here you go. You can see all of these fabulous cards created using that one stamp set, and of course that amazing demonstration we saw from Carly a few moments ago. Let's hop onto the website, because there you'll be able to find your all sorts of different bits and pieces. We've got pick and mix for you as well. You've got 2 different pick and mixes. You've got a 3-part and a 6-part. This is a 3-part, and you can choose any 3 of the stamps that you like. Some of these will be ones that we've seen within this hour, so yeah, if you fancy going for those in addition or alongside, then you can do. And then of course you've got your 6-parter of your pick and mix as well. So yeah, nice little combination. I was beginning to panic that we hadn't got time for the next demo, but you're back at 2 anyway, aren't you?
I know, but you know what I'm thinking? Once we just remind them of the happy hour,
good idea.
I'll just show you some techniques.
Well, that's right, because the happy hour won't be back, because this is the thing. The idea is it's for the hour and the hour only, and this is a lovely set. 2 stamp sets, so you've got your main character with the floral images there, and that big sentiment stamp. You could chop into that though if you wanted to.
It works a dream, and we always tend to keep our fonts slightly different.
Yes.
So then you can really mix and match it together.
Absolutely.
So really quickly,
okay.
I've got my Patsy
lovely.
of my beautiful Be Unique. I'm going to go straight in over the top with Jumbled Up.
Okay, right.
Really, really simple. So I'm just going to pick this up, and we're going to do some slight ombre inking. So I'm using pretty colours inside. Now these are beautiful high pigment inks. absolutely incredible. So now I'm going on to a deeper
Oh,
colour.
nice, like the purple.
Oh, I do love a bit of purple. Then we're going into the blue.
Very nice.
Really, really simple. Now, just at that bottom area where we're going in, I'm just slightly going to put the pink over the top of the blue, so then it mixes better.
Wonderful.
I'm just going to go straight on top, really, really simple. And this will create the most phenomenal background. So easy.
Lovely.
That's what I love about it. So you can see the halo.
Nice.
Basically, what that means is I need to add a bit more pressure just around.
So I'm guessing even if there's a little kind of layer with the mask, it can have an effect.
It does have an effect because instead of going over the one layer, you're going over two layers.
Fair enough.
So just always lift that off. Don't move anything. Check where you are with that. So I'm just going to take that off. Then I'm going to take my Patsy out of Be Original.
I love it. I love it where you kind of got the silhouette. It's like almost guess what was there.
Exactly. So then again, I'm going to go straight back into that beautiful place that we've left. So perfect, ready to go. Go straight on with this beautiful stamp. And it's the movement. It could be, I mean, it works perfectly with the roller skates.
Yes,
it's
good
just
point.
Beautiful.
And you can decide which tune she's listening to. She's having a jolly good boogie.
This is it. She's probably got a Walkman on underneath.
Oh, good old Walkman.
Do you remember
them well?
Look at that.
That is such a cool card.
Isn't it? So how I would exaggerate that even further is I would just take this straight on the top and then I would just grab some of my inks to finish off.
This is a brilliant technique because, of course, we'll have lots of people who are in their safe zone with their flowers and certain styles of projects. But if you're making your cards to sell, sometimes you need something a little bit funkier.
Unique.
And I think this is a really clever demonstration of how you can achieve that very, very easily. Even if it's not your traditional area of crafting, anybody can achieve this just with your 3 inks.
Exactly. Just using that tri-ink blend, and then all I'm doing is picking up my inks from the outside and just mixing them in to create
amazing.
A beautiful project.
How fabulous is that? I do urge you to get hold of these stamps. And that technique could be done with any of the stamps because the fabulous, unique background that you've got there works with it. Now, if you're wanting the background, it's jumbled up, but the characters itself from Be Unique, which is the details that are up on your screen at the moment. So do make sure you get hold of that. So don't forget, you're on later on 2 o'clock Craft Extra.
Yeah, on Craft Extra.
So you'll need to jump onto potentially the website, although you can watch on your TV. I don't know which channel it is, but online you'll see there's a tab at the top that says Craft Extra. That's where you'll find Carly at 2 o'clock having even more fun. Thank you, Carly. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much for having me.
Always love working with Carly. I'll see you a little later. I will indeed, because we've got Paola coming up with lovely Sheena, Bird in the Hand being the topic. Then we've got Tonic Studios. Again, those amazing savings continue. And at Craft Extra, we've got Scan and Cut.
A brand new one-day special is launching tonight at 6 p.m. from Carnation Crafts. You are getting In the Moment, which is an incredible USB with 28 SVG files that you can cut with your Scan and Cut and other electronic cutting machines. You also are getting the printable vignettes, so you can have the perfect printouts, and you are getting as well card shapes and 216 pages, plus much more, as well as you are getting 4 sheets of Elevate, that multiple double-sided adhesive that allows you to give shape, and of course you can cut as well with your Scan and Cut. Remember, it's a brand new USB from Carnation Crafts, and all that goodness is in there. In the Moment, and you can see it's all about those beautiful bridal moments, those beautiful romantic moments as well. And of course you want to go and you can pre-order it now and check out your baskets and join us at 6 p.m. for the one-day special launch.
Yes, me again, and I've got time to tell you about another brand new quick pick. This time though, we're going the ultra clear tape pack. Yes, 17 rolls. You're going to get 7 rolls of your 3mm. You're going to get 7 rolls of the 6mm, 2 rolls of your 12mm, and 1 roll of your 19mm on top. Acid free is where you're looking for this one. It's your double-sided tape. It's good for all those beautiful card making projects. Super strong, and it's permanent. Nothing's going to be gaping at the edges. Your cards aren't going to be flapping in the wind. Not with this, but you're going to need an item number 759996 for your Create and Craft ultra clear tape. 17 in total. Go on, you know you need it.
Quick picks, craft and must-haves at top pick prices.
Hello, good afternoon. Now we have got a massive treat for you this afternoon. My name is Paula, and in this hour on Create and Craft, we are going to have one of the queens of crafting. We have got Sheena Douglas joining us via Skype in just a short a few minutes. And Sheena is known as this incredible crafter that knows color, gets messy, and creates incredible backgrounds. And it's all about her amazing products. And she's joining us via Skype, so we can hear her voice and we will see her demos. But hello, Sheena, how are you?
Hi Paula, I'm good. Yeah, really raring to go. I'm going to do a lot of hand acting this show.
Well, we love that. Yes.
Okay.
Well, we look forward to seeing what you are going to be demonstrating, and of course, always very inspirational. Now, this is a brand new collection. Visio ready for it. 15% has already gone. This is your brand new collection, isn't it, Sheena?
It is absolutely brand spanking new. You've been loving it on social media. The team as usual have been posting the most amazing samples. Wait till you see what they've made with it. It's absolutely stunning. Absolutely gorgeous. So we'll take you through all of those, and